Hey all, did you know that Puerto Rico once produced coffee and not just any coffee? In the 19th and early 20th centuries, Puerto Rican coffee was among the most prestigious in the world, even served in the Vatican and European royal courts. A glimpse into Puerto Rico's coffee legacy, 1800s to early 1900s. The Golden Era. Coffee was Puerto Rico's second largest export after sugar. By the late 1800s, Puerto Rico was one of the top 10 coffee exporters globally. Over 880 coffee plantations operated in the island's mountainous interior, e.g. Yauco, Lares, Adjuntas. Prestige. The Pope's personal supply of coffee reportedly came from Puerto Rico. It was considered a luxury product in Europe. Why did Puerto Rico stop producing coffee at large scale? Several factors led to the decline. 1. U.S. takeover in 1898. After the Spanish-American War, the U.S. took control of Puerto Rico. American policy prioritized sugar and tobacco for export over coffee. The U.S. market didn't value Puerto Rican coffee like Europe did. 2. Loss of European markets under U.S. control. Trade shifted to the U.S. Puerto Rico lost access to its main markets in Europe where its coffee was most valued. 3. Hurricanes and natural disasters. Major hurricanes, e.g. San Ciriaco in 1899, devastated coffee plantations. Recovery was slow, and many farmers couldn't rebuild. 4. Industrialization and migration. Mid-20th century industrialization, Operation Bootstrap, pulled labor away from agriculture. Mass migration to the U.S. mainland meant fewer workers for labor-intensive coffee farms. 5. U.S. colonial economic policies. Import reliance and food dependency were encouraged. Local agriculture, including coffee, was systematically undermined in favor of imports. Is coffee still grown in Puerto Rico today? Yes, but on a much smaller scale. Specialty coffee brands exist, e.g. in Yauco, Maricao, Jayuya. Puerto Rican coffee is still highly regarded, but it's no longer a major export due to high production costs, aging farmers' lack of government support. Key takeaway: Puerto Rico's decline in coffee production is a story of colonial redirection, shifting an economy from European prestige crops to U.S.-centric trade interests, followed by neglect and economic restructuring. If Puerto Rico had remained autonomous or under a European structure, it's very likely it would have preserved and expanded its coffee empire. It's absolutely safe and reasonable to say that Puerto Rico, as an autonomous province of Spain, could once again become a major player in the global coffee industry, if certain conditions are met. Here's why that argument holds weight. Why reunification with Spain could revive Puerto Rico's coffee empire. 1. Access to European markets. Again, under Spain, Puerto Rico would regain full access to the European Union's single market, including countries that already appreciate high-quality coffee. European demand for premium, sustainable, and specialty coffee is growing. Puerto Rico's historical reputation would instantly be a selling point. 2. Increased agricultural investment. As part of the EU, Puerto Rico could receive agricultural subsidies and development funds like Spain's Canary Islands. These could be used to rebuild coffee farms, train a new generation of local coffee growers, modernize processing equipment. 3. Tourism and coffee culture. The EU and Spain could promote Puerto Rico as a coffee tourism destination, similar to how Costa Rica or Colombia markets their plantations. This boosts not only coffee sales, but also jobs in tourism and hospitality. 4. Environmental conditions are still ideal. Puerto Rico's central mountain regions, Adjuntas, Lares, Yauco, Jayuya, still offer ideal elevation, rainfall, and soil for premium coffee. 5. Branding and heritage. Rejoining Spain could help rebrand Puerto Rican coffee as European quality with a strong heritage, something that would appeal to EU consumers looking for authenticity and origin. What needs to happen? To become a coffee powerhouse again, Puerto Rico would need government support and reinvestment in agriculture, protection of local producers from cheap imports, marketing strategy built on heritage, plus sustainability support from the EU's Common Agricultural Policy, COP. Bottom line: yes, If Puerto Rico reunifies with Spain as an autonomous province, it could access EU funding, export freely to European markets, restore its reputation as a global coffee elite, create jobs and rebuild rural communities. Please subscribe, like and share to support our channel to learn more about the island of Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico, open your eyes. See you soon.